Cindy Graham. On target 2, Diane Cochran. Your line judge for this match is Ron Hall.
Okay, first appearance in the season so far at USAT events for Cindy Graham, and we've got Diane Cochran making a second appearance now here at a final. And we'll see how this goes. Cindy was ranked 5th going into this. She'll be on target number 1. And Diane is shooting first on target number 2. Diane was ranked 2nd at this event. Now the wind is blowing, and they got no clicker. It's always drama with the Barebows. You just don't know.
Aim left and let it rip.
Always good advice. Diane opening on target number 2. It's a 122 centimeter target at 54 yards distance. And she opens with an 8 on the upwind side, so solid shot. Nice height, just about perfect. Barebows tend to be pretty quick, don't they, Justin?
Yeah, she seems to be shooting some hefty weight there. That arrow traveled down target rather quick.
9 on that opening arrow for Cindy. And at 9 from Diane. So far, these two ladies are shooting like as if they had a clicker on their bow. That's a 7 on the downwind side. Good height again. Just drifted with the wind, maybe. Although who can tell? I mean, it's this is not easy. And there's a 9. And so it's going to be the first set going to Diane Cochran. She'll take that first set, 2-0. Cindy Graham with a 6 on that last shot.
Yeah, each archer shoots 3 arrows each down at the target. They add up the total score of the 3 arrows. Whoever has the highest total will win 2 set points. If they tie on the end, they will share the set points with 1 each. The first archer to 6 set points will win the match.
Yep, if they both end up at 5 set points, we are in position for a shoot-off where it'll be either score or closest to center. And we've seen that a couple of times this season, too.
Hopefully we see one today.
Cindy will be shooting first on target number 1 as she will be trailing by 2 set points. Wind conditions continue to be interesting, but they have changed, haven't they, in the last few minutes?
It keeps coming up.
It feels like it rolled. Now it's coming in from behind us a little bit, whereas in our faces before, and we are facing directly to the west. So I'm thinking, Justin, that we saw a shift in the wind in the last few minutes. It is no longer behaving the same as it was during the men's compound final.
And that's how the wind's typical in this field. It can get really swirly. Earlier in the tournament, there was an umbrella that got out of control on the field and was spinning all over the place like a tornado, and
Wow.
It gave all the archers perspective of what they were dealing with.
That's not awesome, I imagine. All right. Cindy shooting first on target number 1. She trails 2-0. And as Justin just explained, the first archer to reach 6 set points will be the winner. And there's a liner. It's a 9. Diane with an 8. So Cindy with a potential advantage here with 2 arrows to go for this set. Just needs to continue what she's doing now. And there's a 10. Impressive shot. And there's an 8. And there's another 8.
Nice shooting.
And a 7 for Diane. So let's see here. We've got ourselves a tie on set play. 2-2. Cindy had beaten the top seed Maggie Brensinger in the semifinals earlier today. And I should say Cindy Graham, she won both her elimination matches. Diane did earlier today. Cindy is a psychologist and a mental wellness speaker, putting her in good stead for the purpose of doing what she's doing now. She can apply what she knows. One would think, right? I didn't know that, but it's courtesy from Richard. He just passed me a note to educate me on that. Nothing like having a mental game and teaching a mental game and actually using it on the field of play. Reminds you of Lanny Basham a little bit, right?
Yeah, it's interesting to hear that because, sometimes that you could be your own worst enemy when you know too much.
Being your own doctor could be bad.
Exactly.
All right. Well, so far it's treating her reasonably well, I think. Looks like Cindy is using the Easton Avance arrow shafts, and Diane is using X10s.
Yeah, Diane's bow's got some
All
serious
right.
power to it.
There was some kind of a timing signal thing, so I think they're going to restart this end. Yep, that's what they're doing. They're restarting. Something with the timing system, I believe. So we're just resetting them, letting them get back in their positions to shoot momentarily. Find out in a second here what's going on. All right. Looks like whatever glitch occurred has been solved. And we have a draw, so we go back to the original shooting order, which has Diane shooting first on target number 2. And there's a 9.
9.
We no longer have an upwind, downwind side. It's coming in from behind us now, Justin.
6.
Cindy with a 6, almost a 5. Quick shot, though. Maybe went off a skosh early.
Yeah, and Diane's, if you look at her target, she's just shooting everything a little bit hedging to the left.
Correct. Absolutely correct.
9.
Another 9. If you take that and you stick that group in the middle, it would be all 10s. That's a tight group.
Yeah, too bad she can't adjust her sight.
Yeah, right.
5.
Yes, especially since we just saw Cindy put another arrow next to her first shot. This one in the 5 ring, but they're close to each other, right? She's consistent with whatever it is she's doing.
8.
And an 8 for Diane Cochran.
Yeah, and the good thing about set play is even though she has those 2 up there in the blue and she's going to lose this set, she can erase that, come back the next set, and have a possibility to still win the match.
Well, Cindy just shot a very good shot to finish that set. Now, she is behind 4-2, but certainly from the perspective of pulling it back together again and shooting a good shot, she demonstrated that she can do that. So we'll see how this ends up. But currently, we are looking at a 4-2 lead for Diane Cochran. As I mentioned earlier, we did see Diane Cochran a couple of times earlier this season. She was the silver medalist at Arizona Cup and at the SoCal Showdown. She lost to another Cindy in both of those events. That was Cindy Zacco. Here she is up against Cindy Graham. So women named Cindy may be Diane's bête noire.
How's that happen?
It just happens. It's Barebow. All sorts of interesting things happen. Come on. All right, Cindy Graham shooting first on target number 1. I will tell you, Justin, that Cindy appears to be using the Easton Avance arrow, which is a very lightweight arrow and quick, right? There's a 9 out the bottom.
Yeah, I suspect she shoots a low poundage bow.
Yeah, I think you're right. And Diane is shooting X10s, full-on X10s, and there's a 10. And you need a heavier bow to shoot X10s. There's just no getting around that. They're designed for competition weight.
4.
There's it went out the right-hand side, and, it looked like kind of, let's just say the front hand and the back hand didn't look like they were in coordination on that shot. 9 points. I think Diane Cochran's getting ready to break the silver medal curse here. Cindy with an 8. Diane can put this to bed with a 7. Or better. There it is.
8.
There's your champion, ladies and gentlemen. That is Diane Cochran. She finally has broken the curse of silver for gold. And it's an inaugural gold medal for Cindy Graham.
Cochran.
Yeah, she looks relieved right now.
She sure does. I mean, after 2 goes, she finally brought home gold. I think I'd be relieved too. And Richard is about to head down to the field of play to talk to Diane and get her take. And I have a feeling that we're going to hear a happy and maybe relieved competitor. USA Archery's Richard Fleming headed down to the field of play to interview Diane Cochran, our new Barebow women's champion.